You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Bremen Motor Cars and by Wellington Anti-Aging. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
Teams have had their opportunities to beat the Cavs over the last 4 years, and teams have had opportunities to beat the Warriors over the last 4 years. And if you want to see somebody else in the postseason, then you got to beat them.
Yeah. Everybody was complaining, be like, what? 4 years in a row? Got to beat them. And I mean, honestly, who else do you want in this? If you could have a pick right now, who's your backups? Other than Warriors and Cavs, who do you want to see right now?
This is kind of what I wanted to see. I mean, it would have been cool to see Houston just because, you know, Chris Paul, nice story. Maybe James Harden, chance at redemption. But this, can't beat this, man. It's the biggest stars in the game.
It's another shot. I mean, honestly, this is kind of like, it's like Rocky IV.
Yes.
I mean, it's really what it is.
Who's the Drago? Is it
the Drago's the Warriors?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the, unbeatable force at its versus LeBron. I mean, LeBron is basketball Rocky.
Yes.
Whoa.
It's basketball Rocky, man.
In this version.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't care about these two teams. I've seen it done.
Wow, you brought that down quick.
I don't. I wanted to see Rockets Boston.
But did you watch Rocky IV, and did you like to see the struggle? Because sometimes Rocky wins, sometimes Rocky loses, sometimes his best friend gets pummeled to death and dies right there.
This is
what
all
happens.
This could happen
true.
to Kevin Love in this series. He could get hit in the head again.
I was gonna say for a second time.
He could drop on the court, and LeBron could be sitting there with the towel, be like,
right? Slow motion.
Slow-mo, and then boom, Love just like wilts. He's like, I mean, don't you see this happening?
Those are all phenomenal sound effects, but I still don't give a crap.
No?
I mean,
okay, so who do you want in it then?
I wanted the Rockets of Boston because I thought it'd be a great.
God, that's so boring.
Why is it boring?
Nobody.
That's a good story.
Walk around the streets in America and be like, name two people on the Celtics.
Whoa. What was the question?
Yeah.
What do you want, or what does everybody want?
No, see, now you answered honestly. Now we can chastise you because that's terrible.
Why? How can you chastise me? That's honestly
Rockets Boston
because it's a good story. You have Brad Stevens, who's a fairly young coach, bringing a team past LeBron James into the finals with a team without their two superstars and basically a completely young team aside from a few people, plus the Rockets, Chris Paul going from the Clippers over to Houston, finally getting to his first Western Conference Finals, making it to the finals, James Harden, D'Antoni getting his chance of being able to get up there, defense being played from D'Antoni's offense that he implements. I think it would be a great story.
It is kind of Rocky 1. It is kind of Rocky 1.
It's a good story.
It's the unknown, spunky kid you just plucked right off the street. It's supposed to be an exhibition bout that's not going to be a contest, but yet they give him a better fight than expected.
Because I guarantee you, if that would have been the situation, Rockets would have been favored. And then I think Boston would have been able to beat them. I think it would have been a really good story. I mean, we're getting this again, and it's fine. This is the best basketball players in the entire league playing all on the same teams. It's fine. I mean, this is what's supposed to happen, and not like saying, like, it's a conspiracy. No, I'm saying, like, it's supposed to happen. These are the best basketball players. This makes sense. I wanted Houston-Boston just because I thought that was a better story
I understand.
than the fourth time of this.
Yeah, I mean, I get your points, and they're all valid. I mean, as far as the underdog type of thing, but I mean, it just would have been so boring. I mean, what are you going to just eat vanilla ice cream while watching those games? I mean, it's boring. It's Boston and Houston.
You have the worst insults, first of all. Second of all, you just agreed with everything I said and then said I was wrong.
No, I'm saying those are valid points. Valid points.
Everything you're saying, man, I agree with you, but overall, no.
You're wrong.
Do you want to talk about the underdog story? It's valid. But overall, you're wrong because it would have been boring.
Well, to you, but the question wasn't to you. You said what you need to say. I said what I need to say, and I defended my point well.
Your opinion is wrong.
If it had gone 7 games, and I mean, we're writing a script here. This isn't reality. We're writing a script. Yes, if it is Golden State, and if it's Boston, and this spunky team takes it to 7 games, and they're scrapping and fighting, and you're like, oh my gosh, could they possibly do it? It's a good story, and arguably I don't know. Is it better than LeBron in there for the 8th time in a row and you're building on this legacy? I don't know. Is it a better story? You think it's a better story?
I think for the offseason it's a better story because if LeBron did make it to the finals, his first trip not to the finals in 8 seasons, then all of a sudden you have the battle of these two newcomers to the finals. You get a refresher. and also you have the what's going to happen with Golden State Warriors next year, what's going to happen with LeBron and the Cavs next year.
You know what?
So it also sets up an entire second season, if you will.
Yeah, but you know what? What you just mentioned, that would be what we're talking about today. We want to be talking about Game 1, Houston-Boston. The main storyline going into Finals Game 1 would be what happens to LeBron. If they had lost in the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like this is what's supposed to happen. Like we're supposed to have LeBron take us through the entire thing. This is what Steph Curry's supposed to be. This makes sense. It's just when the question was posed, what do I want? I said what I want. I'm getting chastised for my own opinion.
Well, you have the wrong opinion.
People are already writing the end of this series. When you break it all down, Golden State favored everything. Top to bottom coaching,
Good
players.
Lord,
and
13 points tonight. I've never seen a bigger line in my entire life in a finals game. 13 points?
Nobody's given the Cavs, I don't think, any shot here. I mean, most people are saying, 5 games? Maybe they'll give them 1 game. That's where LeBron just gets so pissed that he puts the entire team on his back again and does it.
Man, 13 points, though. That is insane. That's insane. I mean, this isn't a game in November.
Well, it's weird because the whole storyline, like today, everybody's conversation is, what is LeBron going to do after he loses the NBA Finals?
Just like automatically, just like, meh.
That's what a big part of the conversation is. Jason Terry was on Undisputed today on FS1. This is what he had to say he thinks is going to happen with LeBron.
He might leave on top of the mountain.
No, wait.
It might be over.
He's going to walk away?
I'm just telling you, after playing 48 minutes a game, look at this roster, who he's had to carry, and then this year he's a free agent. To have to go through all that, that's just going to take too much of a toll on him. I think this year, if he wins the championship,
are you suggesting that he's going to retire?
If LeBron James wins the championship this year,
he ain't going nowhere.
I think he leaves.
What?
What? No, I don't think anybody agrees with him. Yeah, that's if he wins. If he loses, I think that's the big debate. Does he stay in Cleveland where it's home and he's got everything set up and he hates the owner? Does he go to another team? Antoine Walker thinks that he's going to wind up in Boston next season.
Antoine Walker. Good gosh. Good old tippy toes. Dude used to shoot 3-pointers on his tippy toes. Remember that?
I just don't understand why can't we just enjoy the game that's in front of us?
See, now that is something I can completely agree with you on because I have a whole new outlook on this series. I'll be honest, I was down on this series when it was first set up. I'm like, oh man, here we go again.
Still down on the series.
I'm not at all, and I'll tell you why. Because this is sports history that we're seeing. This is a heavyweight matchup. We are seeing a sports rivalry that you really only get to see in individual sports, whether it's Ali Frazier or Tiger and Phil or Nadal and Federer in tennis. You don't have a lot of one-on-one rivalries like this in team sports. You can say Celtics, Lakers, and things like that, but it's so rare, and we're seeing something historic with these guys going against each other year after year. It's pretty cool. That I have a whole new outlook on this.
The storyline and how it builds LeBron's legacy is the talking point everybody seems to like. What is his support staff going to be like? Is Kevin Love definitely in for tonight, or is he still questionable?
It's questionable.
Okay, so we're not going to know until game time? It's a game time decision?
Pretty much.
They do know.
They're leaning toward it.
Okay. Does it matter? I mean, does
I don't know. It depends on if Jeff Green shows up. If Jeff Green doesn't show up, then yeah, it matters a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't believe I said that. But
you need Game 7, Jeff Green. But that's where it is for LeBron. You're saying, man, you better hope Jeff Green shows up tonight.
Yeah, you better hope Kyle Korver's on.
Oh man.
They say Tristan Thompson is really tired. He's exhausted.
Oh, this guy.
He's exhausted. Not only he's been playing, okay, but these cheating allegations.
They just got to be wearing him down.
He's worn down. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it.
Maybe he shouldn't be cheating on all of his girlfriends. Maybe that's a good idea.
He had a comment, too, about SNL, that skit they did, basically saying LeBron's carrying the rest of the team. He says SNL doesn't know sports.
They've always had a narrative, LeBron, carrying the team, and, he's definitely a big part of our team, but I think guys that know basketball, the guys that he has on his team. So SNL and all that stuff, I'm glad they got their hits and people watched it, but they don't know no sports.
Well,
they don't know no sports.
It's a comedy show. So
and the person who wrote that was Donald Glover, who's like a massive basketball fan.
Did he write that skit?
He wrote that skit.
Oh, that's funny.
Did he really?
It was a massive basketball.
I never
skit.
heard that. Okay.
Yeah. That was his night on there. He wrote a lot of those skits that night.
Did he really?
Very funny.
Talented dude.
Good old childish
Gambino.
Childish Gambino.
I had no idea they were the same person, by the way, up until about like 6 months ago.
Really? That recently for you?
I had no clue.
I think it was about 6 days. So
He has 2 different names. That's how talented he is.
I woke up today, and I thought I was still dreaming. It was just yesterday was so weird. Just being on Twitter, everything was going on with the Drake story, Roseanne, and I saw the photo of Kim Kardashian standing next to Donald Trump, and I'm just like, "Oh, is this a weird dream?"
Feels like Idiocracy.
It was unbelievable. Did you see some of the great headlines coming out of the New York papers?
New York Post is my favorite.
Yeah, I got to talk about these. If you haven't seen it, we got them for you coming up next.
It's Derek Jeter's favorite sports show, just like Derek Jeter is Florida's favorite owner. Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.
So I thought Roseanne Barr was going to be contrite.
Yeah, you would think, huh?
Issue her apology, lick her wounds, limp
on.
away, and then just let it die down. Apparently, Twitter got her all fired up, and her quitting Twitter really didn't last that long at all.
No, not really.
No.
Yeah, didn't she deleted her account,
She
right?
exiled herself from Twitter, but just could not resist. I don't know what got her back, because if she would have really deleted her account, gotten off of Twitter, you wouldn't think she would have come back that quickly. But she went nuts yesterday. She tweeted or retweeted over 200 messages over 2 days.
Good Lord.
And the overall vibe is like, okay, she did something wrong, but that she's being wronged by everybody for doing something wrong, and it actually wasn't that wrong. So it's just, oh my gosh, man.
It's a lot of wrongs. Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah. The highlights.
Conspiracy theories and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the highlights, if you don't want to go through 200 tweets, and I don't recommend it, include her saying that she thought that Valerie Jarrett was white and that her tweet was insensitive, not racist. There's a difference. She thought she was insulting a white person.
Well, I mean, to her point, there is probably there's a little bit of a difference between insensitive and racist. But that was racist. It was like, I understand what she's getting at there, but
Yeah.
that was racist.
Then, her co-stars, really quickly, all of them were, except for John Goodman. He's the only guy that's really been quiet.
I don't think does he even have Twitter?
No, he doesn't mess with that stuff.
I think he eats with his hands, John Goodman.
Well, that's not. I mean, honestly, if he were tweeting, it'd be weird.
It would be.
I mean, I'm John Goodman. I'm tweeting. What are you doing, John Goodman? Why are you tweeting?
At John Goodman.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
He'd be the guy that sends tweets to thinking it's personal messages.
Yeah,
Yes.
he shouldn't be tweeting, and he's not.
Now he must know.
So then Roseanne went on to start ripping her former co-stars for throwing her under the bus, and said now she feels like fighting back, and boy, she was.
I don't understand why she thinks that anybody threw her under the bus. She said what she said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her fault.
And she seemed to acknowledge it, and then she seemed to not. They've even been talking about what to do with the show. Some people were saying, move it to another network, kill Roseanne off.
I can't see. Can you see any network picking this up? I mean, when you say something racist, you pretty much become a pariah. At that
I don't
point.
think there's any way Roseanne could be a part of it. And then I don't think the cast would.
Yeah.
The writers like Wanda Sykes, who was a writer on there.
Wanda
wouldn't do it.
Sykes, a writer?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, she quit right away.
Really?
Yeah, she was right out.
I'm surprised because Roseanne's like a super right-wing fanatic and Wanda Sykes is like a major lefty. I'm surprised she was even writing for that show.
You could kind of see that there's going to be some problems there.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because
Maybe you could write maybe you could write Roseanne off and bring in Wanda Sykes.
Oh,
that
there you
would
go.
be, dude. That would be honestly, that would be the most 2018 version of that.
Oh, man.
Is that she ran away and like Wanda Sykes comes in, and winds up remarrying?
No, I think
John
Roseanne
Goodman.
has like a massive heart attack. That's probably
But
it.
they would definitely kill her. Yes.
Yeah, you got to kill her.
I think
She
that would
needs
be
to
the only
die.
thing that would make sense.
You
Kill
kill
off Roseanne.
Roseanne, and then in comes Wanda Sykes, and it just blows everybody's mind.
That
Wait,
would be something.
But like John's already died,
He
Yeah.
did.
so they can. Yeah, I mean, like whatever. They kill people left and right on that show.
It's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
They need to bring in like an evil twin.
Yes. It's the same as Roseanne.
Played by Roseanne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's not really Roseanne. You know what I mean? It's her evil twin.
The other big story that was going around yesterday was Drake and the blackface photo that came up.
Yeah.
Woof.
Is that Pusha T? that put that
Yeah,
out there?
Pusha T, he's in a major hip-hop battle, and everybody's kind of giving the favor to Pusha T right now. They've been battling back and forth a little bit, but then apparently just Pusha T, just that last song, just threw down the gauntlet. He went after Drake's like mom, dad,
Oh Lord, come on, guys.
possible baby mama.
Does anybody know why they hate each other, by the way?
I think they're just probably trying to get some attention. And the weird thing about it, I think Kanye West is the one that's kind of promoting Pusha T right now. And Drake used to at least look up to Kanye West. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had some collaborations and things like that when Drake was first coming out.
Yeah.
Well, then
remember.
Drake surpassed Kanye by eons.
There's that.
Yeah, that might be part of it, jealousy. I saw Drake just passed Elvis Presley for the most singles on the Hot 100 Billboard charts.
No way.
By a solo artist, just past Elvis. Yeah, the only people ahead of him is like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and Elton John. He's 4th on the list now.
What?
But you know what though? It's like we don't live in an album era anymore. We live in a single era. So I mean, like he could just go into the studio and release as many songs as he wants to. It doesn't make a difference. He's got great producers.
And we're in a collaboration era too. And I think a lot of those, like Nicki Minaj, you look at her, and even Rihanna, I mean, they're up there on those charts, but they didn't do collaborations that much. Like, how many collaborations did Madonna do? How many can you name? Madonna collaborations, go.
Well, she collaborated a lot with drugs. I know that.
That doesn't count. Didn't get you a
Doesn't
hit.
count?
Hit it.
Well, I mean,
hit acid.
Yeah, dude, still got a hit there.
Yeah.
I can't think of one, right? Did
I
she
can't
ever
think
do
of
one?
Madonna. Yeah, Madonna collaborations, I'm done. Like, I got nothing.
I must Google.
I mean, she was earning it. Michael Jackson, a few.
Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Did they do, no.
Michael Jackson's number 1. Stevie Wonder's 2. Elton John's 3. Drake's 4 now, and Elvis Presley's 5.
Wow. Michael
that
Jackson
list.
and Paul McCartney. But though, I mean, those are two names that were fine by themselves.
I just Googled Madonna's collaborations.
Oh no!
And it's at the top 10 most, and the first 2 names that come up are Vanilla Ice and Bjork.
They didn't collaborate, did they?
It says they did here.
Wow.
Now, I must.
No, they didn't do a song. If so, I must hear that. I know
Madonna and Warren Beatty.
No, but those are. I mean, those are dudes. That's guys she slept with. I don't think that's guys that.
Yeah, Madonna and Vanilla Ice.
Wait, why
Yeah,
is
they had a
Bjork
little
on that?
relationship going on.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
Sex book.
I think it was when she came out with that. I think he was dating her like when she came out. About the time she came out that sex book, like early '90s.
The song is called Erotica.
Whoa!
Vanilla Ice wasn't on that.
It says it.
What?
Listen,
No
man.
way. No, I know
I'm
that
just
song
reading
pretty
the
well.
internet.
There's no way.
This is from the Billboard,
Okay.
and the Billboard usually doesn't lie.
His vocals are on that. I've never heard of that.
No.
before.
I
I've
don't
never
think
heard this
so.
song in my life. I can't tell you whether it is or isn't.
Erotic.
Oh, so you know the song?
Oh,
off the
big
top of your
time.
head.
Actually, I don't know why I freaking love that song.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, it's just I'm so sexual.
is that what it is?
Can we please stop
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
What were we talking about originally? How the hell we get into?
Yeah, no, here's a little bit of the song.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I promise you no one else on AM's playing this right now.
That's right.
No. I wonder if it sounds just as bad on AM as it does on YouTube.
Oh, there it is. There's it. Erotic.
Yeah. That's the song. There's no Vanilla Ice on that. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Wow.
No, man.
Okay.
Says it's here.
Anyway, Drake's little thing.
Man, that just went left field.
What the hell?
That's fine. I'm good with it.
Yeah, he said it was from 2007, the photo of him in the blackface that Pusha T was putting out there. He said he was working on a project that was about young black actors struggling to get roles, being stereotyped and typecast. And the photos represented how African Americans were once wrongfully portrayed in entertainment. He said he and a friend who's also black were trying to bring attention to the issues they faced during auditions and their frustrations with not always getting a fair chance in the industry.
So that's a real picture. I didn't know. See, I thought it was like a Photoshop thing that he put out there.
Yeah, no,
that
was legit.
Okay.
And he was wearing like some kind of Jim Crow clothes or something like that was part of it too. So
Well, yeah. The what do they call that? There's a certain name for what they did when they used to do blackface. Can't think of it. It's like
Yeah.
a certain name they used.
Racist?
Well, that's one. That's one of them.
Aside from that,
That's the new term.
so he was making a political statement, is what he was making, some type of like social statement when he did that back in 2007. Now he's using it against him.
Pusha T is, yeah.
see.
Because you drop something like that in today's climate, 10
Yes.
years later, yeah, poof, it's going to cause a storm. Unbelievable photo, though. Kim Kardashian standing next to President Trump. She's in all black. He's got the weirdest smile on his face.
He does. I noticed that.
They're in the Oval Office. And I just love this photo. She was talking about prison reform with Donald Trump because when
does
you
that
think
happen, by the
about
way?
prison reform, you want a Kardashian representing.
How does that happen?
Yeah,
It's like, listen, I've dated a lot of people in prison.
Oh no!
Dated a lot of prisoners.
The headlines, though, and the New York papers, nobody does it better. Right next to the photo.
The Post is so good.
Yeah, New York Daily News, New York Post. Post is usually better. The New York Daily News posted up with the headline, "The only Kim he could get because he's trying to get the Kim Jong nuclear disarmament talks.
I get it.
It says, and then it goes on to say, given the Nobel Peace Prize now, Trump holds historic summit with Kardashian.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And then the New York Post, which I think they're the clear-cut winner. Simply all they put was Trump meets rump.
That's the best.
It's so good.
This is your winner.
And then right below it, it's Kim Thong-un.
Oh, no.
Pitches prez on prison reform. And at the top it says, the other big-ass summit. The commander-in-chief with the commander-in-cheeks.
Unbelievable.
Wow, they went to all in all.
They did them all.
They just sit in a meeting and they're like, throw your puns at me. Let's see how many puns we can get onto one newspaper headline.
They did them all. All the puns.
Pun City.
Just all night long.
Good for them.
Pontificating.
This is the world you woke up in today, Kev.
That was it. That's why I'm like going, did I take an Ambien? I don't remember. Like I felt like it was a weird dream I just couldn't wake up from.
I have my own prisoners.
So much bizarre stuff that was just going on today. I'm like, what is going on with the world?
Let me be honest, your ass has me prisoner.
Come on, man. He did have a weird smile. Like he looked too happy in that picture, didn't he?
Melania's going to be so pissed.
He looked too happy in that Oval Office.
There's a new animal sports mascot called the Rally Goose. Another viral video is going around last night, but it actually might be good for one Major League Baseball team. We'll tell you about it next.
Yep, he's here too. It's Kevin's Other Show, right here on 640 The Hurricane.
Stanley Cup Finals Game 2. Sounds like people are loving it. The hockey fans. Now, I wish I knew about hockey. Two things I need to learn in life. Hockey and Spanish.
I mean, do we really need to learn hockey?
I wasn't sure where that second one was going.
There's a lot more I need to learn, but those are the two top things
It's
on the
hockey
list.
and crocheting. Two things, bucket list.
It's all tied up one apiece. Hockey fans already know that. Ricky Bobby, did you get a chance to feast your eyes on the Caps win?
I didn't see the final period. I fell asleep, but I did watch the first two periods, and I have to say this is probably the best display of goaltending that I have ever seen.
There's a lot of good saves.
Marc-Andre Fleury and Holtby, there's one Marc-Andre Fleury save that was just ridiculous, and then to save the game at the very end of the game, Holtby had another one that was he said that the only reason why he had it was because it was the hockey gods made it happen. There was no reason why he should have saved that goal, and he did. He was on one side of the net. He stretched his stick out to the other side. It was incredible. Vegas is a juggernaut. They are just fast, strong. The fighting in the game was great, which you don't see fighting in the playoffs very often. You see a lot in the regular season, but they were bunching up the entire
Welcome
night.
to Vegas, baby.
It was fun to watch, man.
You're fired up
for two straight periods. I mean, I love the Stanley Cup Finals. I think it's the best playoff system in all of playoffs. That is so awesome, and they were both really good. But Vegas is just I don't know how the Caps won. I'll be honest.
They did that whole 5-minute intro too, where they
did it again. Yes. Oh my god.
I missed it.
See, I missed the first one. I missed the first one, so I went and I finally saw this one, and I tell you, ridiculous is just like a complete understatement.
I wanted to hate it, but I kind of watched it. I'm like, well, this is actually kind of fantastic.
Insane. The
I can't believe they
castle
did
out
it for
there.
Game 2, though. Yeah,
They did it for Game 2.
Was it the exact same thing again?
I only watched a little bit of the first one, so I mean, there was a lot of similar things. I don't know. Did Imagine Dragons come out last time?
I don't think they did the first time.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, they're from Vegas too.
Imagine Dragons played
my
an
gosh.
entire song. I give you something to believe. They played that
really?
whole song. Oh, and it wasn't even like a bit of it. Like it was the whole song.
Wow.
And they had a string orchestra in Vegas jerseys. They had
It's so unbelievable.
It was insane. They had the castle come up, and they had these girls on there with fake flaming arrows. And
They had an Elvis on skates yet?
That was the one thing that was really funny is that they do have this one guy. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but apparently he's like the ambassador of Vegas, and he's like driving around with a Stanley Cup in his car and everything like that. But
Yeah.
he's like an old guy. He's like a Wayne Newton looking dude. and he's like rallying up the entire crowd. This guy's got to be like 50 something.
Oh my gosh,
It's unbelievable. But then they're blowing into foghorns, and then the guy comes out. He puts his sword in the middle of the ice, and they do the graphics on the ice. And the ice all
I saw
cracked.
that. Yeah, that's pretty. They did that in game one.
Like, a Canadian's got to be like, you got to be kidding me with this crap.
They hate
Like, I
it,
mean,
right?
Yeah.
This is
do.
Vegas. This is American hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
Suck
It's like,
it.
this is exactly what we
Suck
didn't
it,
want.
Canada.
This is
That's
what
what we
happens when
do.
you let the Americans get it, eh?
Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff you could do.
It's insane. Well, it's only going to get. But this is the thing. How long are people going to be really into this, though? I mean, it's 2 games.
But
yeah.
if you change it up, you got Imagine Dragons coming out. If you get like Elvis on skates, if you would shoot Celine Dion out of a cannon.
Do that. That works.
I was just say, where's Carrot Top? Where's Britney
She's Canadian
Spears? Where's
too,
the
by the
Backstreet
way.
Boys?
So that's how you get the Canadians back
That's
into it.
it.
You shoot Celine Dion like out of a cannon,
French-Canadian.
probably like shoot her across the ice and into the goal. She goes into
That's
the
good.
goal.
Well, she's had so much plastic surgery. She could be able to survive that. She just
Right.
bounce right back out.
And then she goes, comes up
exactly.
and sings some kind of a. She sings.
Sounds a little more like Cher, but okay.
She sings "Oh Canada." How great would that be?
That would be good.
Gosh, there's
yeah,
so much more they can do.
There's a lot of possibility. I just don't know how much longer people are going to really be into the whole, because it's a long.
It's 5 minutes. Game 1 was 5 minutes. I
This,
don't know what they did
I feel like
last
this
night.
was long. Well, I mean, you figure they played the entire song. That was at least 3.5 minutes right there on top of another 4 or 5 minutes. So it's probably about a good almost 10 minutes worth of intro.
I love it. I hope they do
Oh no,
it
it's
every
really
single
cool.
game.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
but it's just like you think about it. It's like, imagine if they make it to the imagine
Yeah.
if we get this lineup 4 years in a row, like we've gotten with that. You're gonna be like, I don't want to see another damn night ever again.
Jordan, what was the comment? You said somebody was.
They were saying, is this Disney on Ice or the Stanley Cup
That's a good,
playoffs?
that's a good point.
That was a pretty prominent comment. I tell you, man, it's crazy. It's just nuts. It's
Yeah.
absolutely nuts. I couldn't believe that this is like hockey. But you know what, though? After it all, I was so pumped from it. When
Yeah.
the game started, I was so into it.
That's one of the, honestly, when you talk, I love the intros. You talk about that. College football has some. When I was in Kansas City, the Chiefs have a great one where they start playing Ozzy's Crazy Train on the jumbotrons that they have. It's like an arrow. It comes out of outer space and it's flying through downtown Kansas City. And the stadium's getting crazy. I mean, I'm all about the theatrical sports
Oh, for
entrance.
sure.
And the one that the Golden Knights had that I saw with the music they were playing, and they've got like they're coming out of that helmet and it's like red and the lights and the lasers. And I'm like, it's badass.
Then the helmet happens, and the helmet when they all come out is just like you're not supposed to see them until they come out. There's so much smoke in there. It's all of a sudden it's like player. Like, where are they coming from?
Really?
Right.
Insane.
Hey, you want to get in like the casual fan like me who's like, okay.
You're in.
You're right. I'm
You're
buying in. They say the problem with hockey in Vegas, though, is apparently it's already 100 degrees there, and it's so hot. I mean, like here in South Florida, you open a door for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden, your house is at 94 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
They say it's affecting the ice.
Yeah, and they have this issue with the Stanley Cup Finals every single year just because of the time of year it is. No matter where it
Yeah.
is, for the most part, it's going to be a little bit softer ice. But in Vegas, it's much
They're,
softer.
they're playing in the desert.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You're
Yeah.
playing hockey in the desert.
Well, better theatrics. Was it last night, the Stanley Cup Finals Game 2, or was it what happened at Comerica Park in Detroit? They had a rain delay, and this goose gets on the field. And the goose just kind of like chilling. Like a couple people come after him. He's like, he's flying low. You probably saw this video. In fact, I could see, you can kind of get a feeling for what people's sense of humor is, because a lot of people were tweeting it, retweeting this video, because the goose flies around, and one of the captions was, "Wait for it." Takes about a minute.
So bad.
But then here goes the goose after flying around the field, goes whoosh, right into the scoreboard, and then just goes plummeting right down into the sea. She's like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that happen.
It looks bad.
Like gooses. Did you see the memes from Top Gun? Goose is down.
Oh, no. That's so good.
Goose is down.
I didn't even think of that.
How are people so quick to think that and put that up on
Goose
Twitter?
is
It's
down.
incredible.
Yeah, so some people are going, that's sick, man. That's like, and the poor animal. And then this very large woman picks up the goose and she's got it by the neck. And you're like going, oh, the goose has got to be going, I'm having a bad night, guys. I was trying to get the hell out of here. I fly into a scoreboard. Now I'm being strangled by this large woman. I mean, it's just.
Poor
I think
goose.
she was helping him, but
She
yeah,
was, but
yeah.
it looked like she had.
Because
like,
if you don't, he'll break your nose.
I whipped my head back and forth.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
okay.
yes,
That's what I-
exactly. It'll
that's what-
turn into a Smith.
Yeah, but what happened last night was apparently they're now calling it #RallyGoose, because at the time I think the Tigers were down, and then they came back and they rallied for 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th and took the win 6-1 last night over the Angels. So now they got Rally Goose. They say that they released it outside the ballpark, but I'm like, bad idea. Tigers, you need this.
Keep the goose,
Freaking
right?
Rally Goose. Why? I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the one thing that we find is like you do a lot better when you've got a mascot.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I woke up this morning and hashtag Rally Goose was trending on Twitter. I'm like, what the
Yeah, I had
hell
to
is
figure out
going
why.
on?
Put that thing in a neck brace, bring it out in a cage
That's
or
right.
whatever, and
And nurse it back to health, give it its own like little goose mansion.
Yeah.
Listen, it worked. Goose mansion. It worked. It worked for the Angel. The Angels when they had the Rally Monkey, right? They wanted to win the World Series.
Yeah, they've had Rally Monkey. Wasn't there a couple of places? There's been a couple Rally Squirrels. Isn't there a couple squirrels that got
Sure.
loose? Yeah.
Pretty sure there was. Never been a Rally Goose.
Rally Rabbit? No, never been.
There's a Rally Goose. The goose was okay, by the way.
The goose is fine.
Yeah.
He's doing okay.
Yeah, it's just,
But you need this.
the goose is loose.
Goose is loose. You know who needs a goose? They need something. The Marlins.
They need more than a goose. They
Gosh,
need
they're horrible.
Geese. They need
So
flocks.
bad.
They need to fly south.
I love when you give terrible Marlin stats. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of the show. They're so fun.
I got a
You're a
few.
masochist.
I got a
I am.
few. They're 20-35, last place NL East, 12 and a half games out.
Nice.
They're so far from even the team ahead of them. It's like 8 games behind the team closest to them. So
Oh,
they're
that's
going to finish
great.
in last. Only the White Sox, Royals, and Reds have a worse record. Jose Urena, 14 straight start.
Did he lose again?
That he's had, yes. He got
great.
lost, but he didn't pitch bad. He just,
He just lost.
got the loss.
So he's still winless on the season.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The streak is still alive.
And Lewis
Yeah.
Brinson, they're saying, what do we do with this cat? Through 51 games, he's batting 155,
Oh, that's
lowest for any non-pitcher on the roster who sees regular playing time. He struck out a team high 62 times. That's 16 more than the next highest player on the team.
62 times?
Yeah.
That just hit me. Like that. I just did that math in my head.
I mean,
oh
it's
my gosh.
so bad. It's so bad. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you take him down to the minors, but then he'll get fluff pitching. Do you trade him? Like,
The trending of losses. What's the earliest date the Marlins could be eliminated from playoff contention?
Tomorrow.
Thursday. Yeah. Honestly, it's not far off, man.
I feel like it won't be. That's
Yeah.
going to be really crazy.
Yeah.
Halfway through the season, already being eliminated from playoff contention.
Man.
Probably the only place where the numbers might arguably be worse is over at ESPN. Get Up. That morning show apparently is not doing well.
Well, I wonder why.
What they're trying to do
You're
to
taking
fix
three of the most obnoxious people on the planet, putting them together.
it. Yeah, they've got a solution, though. It's going to fix it all. We'll tell you what it is next.
Be part of the show on Twitter at 640 The Hurricane, hashtag Kevin's Other Show.
I got mixed emotions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did I finally find me a river that could lead me out to
Oh, he did the Backstreet Boys.
Yep. I got you, man. I got you.
Have to be kidding me.
I had to do it.
How are they this old and still have voices this high?
Production value.
They have to.
There's some effects going on.
These guys have to be nutless.
I gotta say, man, when I was
Listen
nice
I've heard this so many times.
talent.
Somebody's got the Casio keyboard right
You
there.
heard that?
Yeah. You're like, come on, guys, we're going to get this album back.
We've been
We're going to
talking.
get back what we used to have.
They do this in Mom's basement?
This is good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the only difference between then and now is that now they're on Lipitor, but other than that,
Lipitor. Come on, the Backstreet Boys are not that old. For Lipitor.
Okay.
after the recordings, they use their AARP cards to get their free coffee at Denny's.
We've been talking about this song all week. I had to do it. This is the first time I heard it, actually, was this morning.
Yeah.
I like it.
No,
That's how I know you're nutless.
I like it.
the chicks over 30 dig it, man. I'd get bombarded on KVJ all the time, man. They, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys play it on RMF?
Not
Is it
not
on
on
there yet?
KVJ. No, we haven't gotten in the morning show yet. I don't know. They might
wonder
be.
why.
I think they probably will. It
Yeah.
takes a little bit of time. RMF doesn't play anything new. They wait till a song is completely burnt out, and they're like, going, let's play the hell out of it. That's our strategy there,
Like,
baby.
is Sonny done with it? All right.
Is Sonny done with it?
Let's find mom rock and wait till it's really just ripe, and then play the hell out of it. That's our strategy for winning.
More Sam Cooke, please. More. Oh, it's
Oh,
great.
You know what? I hate it, but you can't deny the success, man.
It's true.
It works. Ratings. It's the whole game. ESPN struggling. You know, you talk about streaming and, people's viewing habits are changing. I mean, there's a lot of networks, arguably, that are down. ESPN is suffering. Everybody wants to say, oh, it's because of the liberal political agenda that they have going on there. I don't know that it is. Or is it because they dabble in liberal politics, or is it because some of the programming just sucks?
A little bit of everything, I think, honestly.
It's like a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Really.
Ooh, a hodgepodge. I like that. It's a good way to put it.
I don't hear a lot of. I mean, who do they have that's on the network right now that you find captivating? I think Le Batard is still good and entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Le Batard and Will Kane.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Oh, I got that.
It's like the Celtics where you can you name
Greeny doesn't do it.
I can't stand
No.
him. Straw.
He's like
straw
a pile
man.
of cold mashed potatoes.
He's just a weird dry corn on the cob. Yeah, I just between him, I can't stand Trey Wingo. I can't stand Mike Golick. Stephen A. Smith. God Almighty.
Don't even get
how
me
he
started
still
there.
has a job, I don't understand. Just because he's just. I mean,
he's at least animated, right? A little entertaining.
He's a cartoon character.
Thank you. He's a human cartoon character.
He's a little animated. I'll give you Stephen A. Smith.
Anybody that's on the Le Batard show, I'm okay with. That whole crew, I'm fine with.
That's
Will
about
Kane. Other than that, I could. Like Russillo, they finally got rid of him. He was a dope.
Oh yeah, that's right. Whatever happened to that guy?
Danny Cannell. I know he's on Fox Sports, but
remember
God almighty,
Russillo
I'm so
got
happy.
hammered and wandered in his neighbor's house or something like that.
Yeah, he got like a DUI and all this.
No, I think it was like a drunken disorderly.
Oh, that's
he
what it was,
he
drunken
wandered
disorderly?
into somebody's house and like slept on the couch or something like that. Woke up
Wow.
hammered the next day.
Nice.
Something along those lines.
That'll
Good
do
job
it.
by him.
If I remember right.
Yeah, they were all
I
obnoxious.
kind of liked Russillo.
I couldn't stand Russillo.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with SVP really. Scott Van Pelt's cool.
Oh
He's
no,
good.
Van Pelt's amazing. No,
Yeah.
he's
just
good.
he's just
But-
tucked away in the basement of ESPN.
And you
and nobody
feel like
sees
because
him
he's
anymore.
on so damn late.
He's
Yeah.
on and it's a good show too. Like I've caught it here and there, late at night after one of the finals games or whatever. He puts on a really good show. I
No, he's
like his
good.
version of sports.
Yeah,
But they
he's
but they
solid.
brought the unbelievably racist and douchey man that is Keith Olbermann back to ESPN.
Is that a desperation move by them, by the way, to
But
bring
what
back?
the
Well,
hell?
they need some flavor, man. I mean, because when you got people like Greeny that it's just.
It's like if you want to thwart your people thinking that you have liberal bias, Keith Olbermann's not the way to go.
Might as well
pal.
bring in Chris Matthews.
I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, are they even trying to hide it? Do they care?
I don't think they care anymore. That's why.
No, I mean that's what we are.
Yeah, between Jalen Rose, Michelle Beadle, and Mike Greenberg, it's just like, God Almighty.
Yeah,
I'd much rather have a nail in your ear.
those names just put like chills down my spine when you said all three of those together. Now I can see why nobody watches that show. I mean, all three of those people are on that show. That
And they're
is
obnoxious, all three of them.
And they're-
horrible.
They're trying to figure out for football season. They're trying to figure out who to bring in, so they're going to add another mix. And
Oh God.
just some of the reviews I was reading on, they're saying part of the problem. It just seems like when you're watching Get Up, two of the three will get into a conversation. The third's just kind of like left out. There just doesn't seem to be any chemistry. And I mean, that really is the key to like putting together a show that works. You got to have, that chemistry.
Have you ever watched it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, see, I really
I'm
haven't
only
either, so
reading
I'm
the
not
reviews
sure
on
if
it.
there's
It's really
like
bad.
I'm
Is
not
it?
sure.
You've
Is
seen
it? But is there a moderator?
I mean, Greenberg acts like he's supposed to be the moderator. They have him in the middle.
Yeah,
He's flanked
that
by
would
Michelle
make
Beadle and
sense.
Jalen Rose.
I mean, they're paying him so much money. He's got to have some kind of. He's got to
Yeah.
be the guy sitting on the chair. I mean,
I would
what is
imagine
it-
he'd be the headlights in that whole entire thing. But
That's what they try to do, but it's just out of control. I mean,
Why would they not do Mike and Mike again?
I don't know.
Why would they not?
I thought that show
bring
sucked
Golick in there?
too. So I don't know.
But I mean, but it did well, right?
Yeah.
Why-
For a
why
long
did-
time, yeah.
Why did they break that? I still don't get that. I mean, because the guy who broke it up, who was running ESPN, is gone,
Yeah.
right?
Skipper, right?
And he was a
He had
drunk too.
Yeah, he had some kind of scandal, so he had to take off. But I think he was the guy that was paramount at doing that. So I mean, if you say, okay, that was a bad idea to break up Mike and Mike, there's one successful thing we had. Why not put Golick on?
Listen, they couldn't keep Colin. Colin came to Fox. Colin was probably the most interesting sports talk show host they had besides
he was-
Le Batard.
yeah, he was the best.
And the only reason why Le Batard is still there is because ESPN is just dumping money at his front door because they can't have him leave.
No.
They will lose
And there's
so much by
There's
having him
rumors he
leave.
might be bolting too.
That's right. They're talking about his contract being up and maybe going to XM.
That's
right.
been,
Satellite.
that's been talks for a while too. And you know what? I would love to see him abandon ESPN because ESPN holds him back. It really is because ESPN is a political machine.
Well, they have to have a moderator listen to his show during the show to censor him.
Yeah, Liam.
That's right.
All right, well, talking money here.
Here we go.
Tell me who's got more. Kanye West or Eminem?
I was not prepared for this game. Like, we just jumped into it. I get my
What
shorts
do you
about
want
me.
you can
He
prepare for?
he couldn't get his notes ready.
Oh,
That's
he didn't
why.
get a chance
His
to
notes.
start
His
Googling?
notes. To get his notes.
That's what you mean?
Couldn't get his notes.
All right, here we go.
Kanye or Eminem?
Yeah, who's got more money?
Eminem.
Okay. What do you think, Diener?
Going Kanye on this.
What do you think, Jordan?
Kanye.
Gonna go Kanye. It's Eminem.
Oh, man, I knew it. That was so unsure.
190.
Tough.
$190 million for Eminem. Kanye's got 145.
Close.
Ooh.
But Kanye's getting ready to drop a new album. He's got a listening party today in Wyoming.
What?
In Wyoming.
Stop. Are you being serious?
I'm being serious, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, because he's now. I'm telling you, this whole Trump thing was a huge PR move. Why would he go to Wyoming?
Apparently, he's just trying to get away from the damn Kardashians,
Oh
and he
my
needed
gosh.
some peace and solitude to do his new album. That's where he is.
Man is amazing.
Talking boxing, they've had a ton of money. They made a lot in their day.
Okay.
They've made some really bad purchases. So as it sits right now,
Okay, right now. Okay.
right now today, who has more money, Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield?
Ooh.
Have you ever seen the mansion Evander Holyfield had in Atlanta?
It was really, really big.
It's ridiculous. Like, I think he had to unload it. I don't know who could afford to live
Well, he
in
had
that
like
thing.
14 kids, so he needed a big home.
Okay, who wins in that? Who's got more money right now, Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield, Ricky Bobby?
I mean, I'd probably say Mike Tyson.
Okay.
It's got to be Tyson. I mean, Holyfield lost all of his money. It's got to be Tyson.
So which one is it?
It's Tyson.
What do you think, Jordan?
I was going to say Mike Tyson, too.
Mike Tyson's at $3 million.
Stop it. He only has $3
What?
million. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
What?
Okay, so now it's definitely Holyfield.
Yeah.
Holyfield's at $500,000.
Oh! No!
Is that unbelievable
That's
considering how
terrible.
much money those guys made in their life?
$500,000?
Yeah. $500,000.
I really feel really bad now. Like, I don't want to laugh. I just feel bad for the guy.
It's a little painful, isn't
I
it?
mean, he's not poor, but I mean, compared to what he had,
Yeah.
$500,000.
That's absolutely ridiculous. He must not hear his accountant.
Oh, I see what you did there. The ear. Let's see.
Wow, dude.
Good job.
Thank you. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
Hey, got some time? Go subscribe. We're on YouTube.
Jesus.
Download the podcast, Kevin's Other Show. You can find it. And go follow us on Twitter, too, right now. It's just under Kevin's Other Show.
You listened to him on the KVJ show for years. Every time he tried to talk sports, he'd get shut down. After years of begging, we finally gave in. Brought to you by Wellington Anti-Aging. Low T? Go to WellingtonAntiAging.com. And by Bremen Motor Cars in West Palm Beach. A world-class experience. Shop BremenPorsche.com now. It's Kevin's Other Show on 640 The Hurricane.